Abandoned, that is the word, guys. Well, it looks like more people who perhaps were clinging on to him, or Diddy was going to cling on to them, have also now ghosted him as well. And one of them is his sugar daddy, known as Clive Davis. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. I know that I have microphone issues. I will be getting this fixed, guys, and also I still have this sinus headache. It's been 3 days and it's just bothering me. Hopefully it goes away in the next couple of days, so that's why maybe my energy might be a bit low in these videos. I have a current headache. But anyways, Clive Davis, guys, has completely abandoned Diddy. Multiple sources are reporting that he has ghosted the music star following his recent conviction. Max's sources state that although they once had close personal and business connections with Diddy, Clive and other previous associates provided statements of support for his sentencing. Sorry, none of these previous associates, including Clive, provided statements of support, and that's exactly what Diddy wanted. These are people who built careers alongside him. One insider reportedly said, but when it mattered most, they all completely disappeared. This is the ultimate Hollywood snub of Clive Davis abandoning Diddy. In a profession where open support often holds great importance, keeping quiet sends a very strong signal, and that's exactly what Clive Davis did. Clive Davis himself, whom many saw as one of Diddy's advisors, has completely stepped away. The piece even took a playful jab, captioning a picture of Davis with the line, "It's Mr. Davis to you now." Of course, there was a video, of somebody asking Clive last year, about what he thinks about Diddy, and he acted like he couldn't even remember Diddy. So he already was setting in this, the narrative, the storyline, or I don't even know who this man is. He might have gotten on all fours for me. He might have given me the Glock 5000 for that, record label. He might have done things for me that I obviously needed, but now I'm gonna forget who he is, and then when his conviction comes, and if he gets 4 to 5 years, then we're gonna be quiet. Because when this man was announced as not guilty for RICO, you had some celebrities speaking up in support of him. A lot of people were waiting for this conviction, but for the fact that he was guilty, and now for the fact that he was sentenced as of last week, multiple people have completely abandoned this man. The truth is beginning to hit Diddy, and the music mogul who previously boasted about his luxurious lifestyle, and he's been found guilty and given a jail term of 4 years. He's in a complete disbelief. He's unable to grasp the sudden dramatic collapse of his life. His staff was so confident with him genuinely thinking he'd get out with time served. His lawyers promised this, that he confidently arranged a speaking appearance for the week following his court in Miami, as we all know. OJ's lawyer has come out to say that Diddy has made the biggest mistake by pretending that he was going to get out, or believing that he was going to get out, to book these speaking arrangements in Miami. This was the biggest mistake that he could have done, because it makes him look pompous and confident, and does not make him look remorseful or taking accountability for his actions. This, I believe, is why Arun put more years on the sentence. But Clive Davis, the sugar daddy, has gone.
A lot of people are curious about the status of P Diddy.
Status of what?
P Diddy. Diddy.
Puppy. The status of Puppy.
What do you make of that situation?
Well,
All right. No comment from Clive Davis.
Clive Davis is gone. The sugar daddy that Diddy desperately needed. The man that made Diddy. Of course, Diddy would turn to this man when he's in trouble. Of course, he's wondering, is Clive going to help, either bail me out, or in some way, make sure I can even get a bail. Of course, Clive Davis was the daddy for Sean Combs. He probably is thinking about him in jail. The good times that they had. The times when he was on, the Glock 5000, like all of this. And now Clive has completely ghosted him and is acting like he doesn't even know who this man is. And after the conviction, the friendship is dead, gone, long and buried, because this man is a liability to Clive, and Clive will put his money before anybody else. If you look at the history of Clive's life and how many times that even he got fired and then he had to come back and etc., all he does is focuses on the money situation, and Diddy is not a valuable asset to this man anymore. Multiple people feel the same way, which is why he doesn't have any of his friends, but Clive specifically is one person that I want to look at, because this was the man who helped create Diddy. Give me sexual favors and I will give you that record label, is exactly what I believe happened between them. And Diddy was happy to do so, because that man will do anything for money. The man is, doesn't have an ounce of, integrity or credibility to his name. He never really has. But his sugar daddy has left the building permanently. I don't know you, multiple sources are saying. I don't know who this man is. The friendship was never there. Ghosted to a whole new level. When he was caught violating BOP rules, texting his children on these phones, of course he was texting his daddy. Daddy Clive.
On P Diddy. Mr. Davis, you're a major influence on the career of P Diddy. Have you spoken to him since the federal raid? Have you spoken to Sean Combs? Any comment, Mr. Davis?
Next caller. Sad times, I guess. Reports are also going on about how Jennifer Lopez is terrified in regards of Diddy's revenge, and I don't think that she has anything to worry about as of right now. I think she's a great actress, not singer, but a great actress. But like, she's the queen of, not queen, but like, you know, she definitely is the princess of rom-com. I think she's had very successful movies back in the day, but I don't think she needs to be worried about Diddy. The man is behind jail. He's not going to be mentioning anything about you, but reports are saying that she's still terrified and living in fear over retribution against those who crossed him, and that she is going to be one of them. I just feel like Diddy would have done that by now, and Diddy isn't going to be in a position to rat out on people or celebrity names because he doesn't want to prolong his sentence. He doesn't want to upset the higher ups, so I don't think he will bring in anybody else and cause a huge ruckus. I just don't see him doing that. So these reports of her being terrified, either I don't believe, or maybe she's just, you know, paranoid, which, you know, makes sense. I can understand why she would be paranoid about the whole Diddy saga, because her name would have been brought up here and there, but it hasn't really been brought up. She wasn't subpoenaed. The sentencing is done. He's been convicted. You don't need to worry about any of this anymore. Now, I touched on it yesterday, but Russell Simmons, guys, is facing more essay allegations, along with a producer called Brett Ratner, where multiple actresses and people behind the scenes, 5-6 women, have come forward with statements, and one of them was including Russell Simmons, about how he basically essayed a woman. So this man is still facing allegations himself while he's running off to Bali. The man also does come to and fro to America, by the way. All of it is civil, I believe, so a criminal trial, or he needs to be in prison or anything like that. For those who are saying that he doesn't come to America, he does. He doesn't just live here. But, you know, more essay allegations are facing this man. Absolutely believe all of them. Russell Simmons, guys, is a monster. That man is a whole monster behind the scenes. He can fool everybody else with this kumbaya, I've gone to Bali, I meditate BS. But behind all of that is that devil monster that sits behind, that doesn't want to be remorseful or accountable for his own actions, which is why there are still more essay allegations coming out against him and this other person called Brett Ratner. There's a lot of music directors, movie directors who are always accused of essay because they are in such a position of power. With power comes responsibility that people like to violate. And in this instance, it's, if you want the part, you need to do X, Y, Z for me. They get carried away, power trip, ego, much like Diddy. But everything that Diddy is doing to everybody else is what it was done to him. Make no mistake, these high executives washed that man up left, right and center. They were in that man, out that man, in every single hole, living their best life using Diddy in the way that they wanted, humiliating him in so many ways. And Diddy loved it because he was promised a career, he was promised a music record label, and etc. And now that man is behind prison bars. I do believe that more criminal proceedings will reach this man during the end of his sentencing. I do believe this man is going to be facing another trial again. I don't believe this man is going to be out after these 4 years and living his good life. I just can't see that happening with him facing 86 cases. I just can't. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Sorry if there are microphone issues. I have ordered new equipment, so that will obviously be fixed soon. I feel like the microphone stuff is on and off. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but you know, we got to fix that. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, and I will catch you guys soon for another video.